Hello, this is Carl's Mustang, and today we're back on the Crew 2. This time with a vehicle I've been waiting for. Don't pay attention to that always pops up, even though I'm using a good controller. But today we're back on the Crew 2 for a car I'm really excited for, the Mazda Cosmo Sport. Now, if you played Gran Turismo, you might remember this car from Gran Turismo 4, 5, and 6, actually, and there was two different models. One was the Type 1 and one was the Type 2. Not sure what this one is. I guess this one will probably be the Type 2. But this is the first ever rotary Mazda. Like, this is the first Mazda for rotary. This is like the... This is basically what all the RX-7s and RX-8s were basically based off of at that point. But as usual, I'm going to go ahead and get it, and I'll see you guys out near the track. Okay, here we are with the Mazda Cosmo. I'm sorry not to mention the price. I was just so excited to see this thing in a game besides Gran Turismo. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Gran Turismo, but it's always exciting when you see a car in another game when you always saw it in one other game. But I have it fully upgraded as usual, and of course, no pro settings. I went for this nice orange because the standard white is kind of boring to me, so I just went with this orange. I saw it on Google and I thought it looked good. Like, even though it's not color it came in, still it looks good in orange. And I imagine it'll look good in blue, green, or whichever other color you decide to paint it in. But we're going to be using the Everglades, because I think the Everglades are kind of perfect track for this car. Even though it doesn't drift very much, it's actually very grippy. I think it'd be perfect. Also, it does not sound like a rotary. I guess a little bit of that rotary sound, but it doesn't sound totally like a rotary. It doesn't sound like the RX-3 or the RX-7. It actually sounds kind of like the Mazda Cosmos from Gran Turismo, which is not bad. And of course, as you saw, it just threw a flame. Now, as usual, I'm going to go quiet and I'll tell you my thoughts after the run. Okay, here are my thoughts. Not bad at all. It handles very well. The only thing I have to say is the braking, which I guess with a 1960s car, you kind of expect the braking not to be the best. But I think the braking can be somewhat fixed with, of course, pro settings. And, of course, it has a little bit of a drift problem. Actually, not even, it doesn't even have a drift problem. It only has a drift problem when you get on the brakes around a corner, which any car would. But still, you could fix, woo, okay, it drifted a little bit right there, but you could fix that with pro settings, too. I mean, this car's good. It does not have much of a issue. Like, handling-wise, it handles pretty well. It, of course, sounds good, looks good. It has quite a bit of customization for you guys out there that want to customize the hell out of it, including the wide body. Don't ask you why a Cosmo... Yeah, it has a freaking rocket bunny kit for it, basically. And even a wing that looks kind of like a chassis mount wing. So, if you're into that, you have that. I don't think this car will look quite right with all that on it. But, this thing's good. I have nothing wrong to say about it. I mean, this thing can compete with the Jag E-Type and some of the other classic cars we have in this game. And the 240, in the... Not 240Z, I forgot what exact model Z we have, but the Z that we have in this game, the old Fairlady. This thing would easily compete against them. And it's fun to drive, looks good, something different. I mean, this thing looks way different from all the other cars we have. So, it's a good car, and it's worth getting if you want to get it. Because this bundle, or not bundle, but you can get the vanity bundle, but it costs quite a bit. But you can buy the car by itself too, like I did. And I think it's worth buying it by itself at least. I mean, it's a nice looking car. There's really no complaints I have about it. And if you have the money and you're willing to pay for it, it's not a bad car to own. I mean, it's kind of one that started the whole JDM thing along with the Fairlady Z. But that's all I really have for today's video, and I'll see you guys later in the next video.